What's up, everybody?
We're back with another vlog.
This vlog is a very special vlog. It's
near and dear to our hearts.
It's about occupational therapy. Okay, so a lot of you might have some friends that get OT services, and you might not know exactly what that means.
That's why we're here, to educate you.
So occupational therapists help patients live their life to its fullest potential by helping them to promote health and prevent injury, illness, and disability. So you guys might be wondering what exactly an occupation is.
What is it?
And the definition is...
It's an everyday activity that people do as individuals, in families, with communities, to occupy their time and bring meaning and purpose to their life.
Occupations are central to a client's identity, and they include things that people need to do, want to do, and are expected to do.
So the occupations in the occupational therapy practice framework are ADLs, IADLs, rest and sleep, education, work, play, leisure, and social participation, which is what we're doing right now.
Vlogging! Today we're going to take you around and we're going to show you all the different aspects of occupational therapy.
Let's get going.
First occupation in the occupational therapy framework is ADLs. ADLs are any activities of daily living that are oriented toward taking care of one's body. Thank you, Jeannie. You needed it.
Maggie's finally brushing her hair today. She woke up, finally got out of bed, brushed her hair, and this is actually something she does multiple times a day. It is one example of an ADL that involves personal hygiene and grooming. Go, Maggie! Here's another example of an ADL. This is Maggie brushing her teeth, and for her this is an easy task to complete, but for some it is not easy, and this is when they would need OT.
So the next occupation in the occupational therapy framework is IADLs, which is basically like a more complex version of an ADL, and they're called instrumental activities of daily living.
Perfect way to hold the laundry basket, but it's also a great IADL, laundry. Another IADL example would be driving, and it is so important that when your client is driving, you make sure that their safety comes first.
If you're just feeling tired and want to rest or go to sleep, that's actually an occupation.
An important part of sleep as an occupation is making sure that you have the right sleep environment. First, it should be quiet.
Check.
It should be safe.
Check.
It should be dark.
Check.
Cool.
Check.
Comfy.
Check.
And clean.
Almost.
Next is education as an occupation.
Get educated.
Another important occupation in the occupational therapy framework is education. Jeannie here is typing up a really great essay.
Thank you.
All right, next up,
Play and leisure.
another occupation is play. Play is any spontaneous or organized activity that provides enjoyment, entertainment, or amusement.
Non-obligatory would be leisure, so scrolling through Instagram, just whatever you do on your free time.
The last occupation is social participation, and that is what we're doing right now.
We're interacting with all you guys, so thanks for joining.
Okay, so with all of these occupations in mind, a therapist has to be mindful and respectful of each client's specific environment, values and beliefs, and roles and rituals in their life.
Sometimes the social and cultural beliefs and values of the client and the therapist may differ, but it's important for the therapist to always respect the client.
Another thing that therapists need to keep in mind is the roles and routines of each client. Sometimes they can be very different from client to client, and therapists need to accommodate their therapy according to their specific roles and routines.
For example, a therapy plan for a single dad and a 3-year-old girl would be very different. Their roles and routines would differ, and we would have to accommodate for each of them.
So taking all of these things into account, something that's very important in therapy is client-centered care. This is basically everything that the client brings to the table, so their own personal skills, their history,
Their wants and needs,
stuff like that.
Family-centered care really incorporates the family into the therapy, so a lot of the decisions go through the family if they're incapable of making them for themselves, and discussing things with the family really helps the therapist because the family knows the client the best.
All right, so we hope you learned lots today about occupational therapy and what it means when your peers are going to get OT services. So yeah.
Doesn't stand for Old Testament, doesn't stand for overtime. It's occupational therapy all day, every day.
Yeah, baby, we out. Hey, don't forget.
Don't you forget,
You gotta like.
and subscribe. Watch me win it. Watch me win it. Watch me win it. Watch me win it.
Goodbye.